Hey, Bruce Eckfeldt here. So I had a couple of different prospects and clients ask me recently, where do I start? So as a business coach, I work with companies helping them grow and scale their business, figuring out what is holding the company back, how are we going to get to the next level, revenue, profit, strategic positioning. And a lot of times, we're coming into situations, or I'm coming into situations, and companies are trying to figure out, well, what is the starting point? So we talk about the scaling up framework, we talk about 3HAG, we talk about lean, agile. There's lots of different tools and lots of different kind of frameworks and devices, assessments, exercises we can do. But what do we do first? And the conversation that I have always focuses around figuring out, well, where is the current constraint? And this comes from kind of theory of constraints, TOC, Eli Goldratt, The Goal, if anyone's read any of that work. And the idea is that every system, and a business is a system, every system's throughput, their ability to produce, their ability to move things through the various stages into final outcomes, is based on its limiting factor, its limiting constraint, its limiting step in the process. And if we can find that and we can grow that, expand that, scale that, we will scale the whole system. Conversely, anything else we do to the system, any other step of the system that we try to improve, while we might be able to do that, it's not going to improve the throughput. Right? So everything has a governing constraint, has a limiting constraint, and we need to find that, and we need to focus on that one. And so sometimes, quite honestly, with clients, we only focus in certain areas for extended periods of time. We may not get to execution, we may not get to cash, we may not get to talent assessments if strategy is really their number one factor, and if that's the thing that's holding them back, we may have to really dig into that and spend some time on that. And vice versa, if everything is about people, then we really need to focus on people for a while. Now the challenge here is the moment that we expand the constraint, the moment we find that constraining factor and we expand it, there is a possibility that the constraint will jump. It will jump to another part of the system. And it may not be right next door. It may be something completely different. We may be working on process for a long time and then all of a sudden realize that we don't have the right people and we need to figure out how to get more or better people, or we reach a limit in terms of the number of people we have, and that now becomes our new constraint. And so part of my job as a coach is to help define or help identify, find the constraint, figure out how we're going to elevate that performance so we can elevate the business, but then also constantly be searching for new possible constraints that are coming up. So I call that a game of whack-a-mole. So we're hitting the thing that has popped up the highest, we need to constantly be looking for new things that are popping up. So keep that in mind if you're struggling, if you're trying to figure out how to raise the performance of the business, whether it's revenues or profit. Look at finding your constraint. What is the constraining factor in the business? Focus on that, elevate that constraint, and then constantly be on the lookout for new constraints. So keep that in mind. If you have questions, comments, post them down below. I've probably written a couple articles on Inc. about this. I'll try to find one or two and put it in the notes here, so the comments, so you can click through that. If you have any challenges, email me, bruce@eckfeldt.com. If you want some help identifying your constraint or figuring out how do you up-level your constraint so that you can improve your business, give me a call, shoot me an email. We'd love to talk to you. All right, so put comments down below. I'll find the links and put them there. Good luck. Read The Goal, great book. I'll put that in there too on Amazon. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks.